This is the Luckeep Electric Bike, and honestly, seeing it right in front of me, the first thing that hits you is how sturdy and substantial it looks. Nothing flimsy about it. The matte black aluminum frame makes a strong first impression, and those 20-inch fat tires, they instantly scream all-terrain, ready for more than just city streets. From my experience so far, the build quality feels solid, and the bike actually looks even better in real life than it does in pictures. I'll start with why I was drawn to this bike. Like a lot of people, I wanted something foldable for storage, but with enough power and features to actually get me excited about riding. I'm not a pro cyclist or anything, so ease of use and comfort were huge for me. Unboxing the Luckeep was pretty straightforward thanks to a manual packed with photos. I appreciate clear instructions, especially since assembly is always something I worry about. There's some setup needed, but if you've ever dealt with assembling regular bikes or furniture, it's nothing too crazy. The included toolkit was a real help, and it's actually sturdy enough to keep using, not just some throwaway. Once I got it together, I was impressed by how easy it was to handle for a bike that can handle so much. Even though Luckeep says this bike weighs around 70 pounds, it didn't feel ridiculous to pick up and fold. Definitely easier than I expected. Folding mechanisms are simple, just pop the latches, and the handlebar and frame fold down to make it surprisingly compact. I could easily get it into my car trunk. Key features that stood out for me begin with the motor. It's got a 750-watt brushless motor and peaks at 1500 watts, which is plenty for all kinds of riding. I took it for a spin around the neighborhood, then out on some steeper hills and a bit of gravel. The surge from the throttle is satisfying and smooth, not jerky or too aggressive, but you definitely feel the power kick in. If you've never used an e-bike before, pedal assist just means the bike helps you pedal instead of doing all the work by yourself. And I found the 5 levels give you plenty of control. At max assist, I barely broke a sweat going uphill, and it made longer rides way less tiring. I know speed matters to a lot of people, and while the specs say you can get up to 28 miles an hour, I actually hit a little over 31 miles an hour going down a hill. On flat ground, I consistently reached about 28, which felt fast but stable. The 85 Newton meters of torque mean you're not going to struggle even on tough inclines. Some e-bikes can feel sluggish off the line, but here, acceleration is quick and predictable. Now about the battery. It's a 48-volt, 15-hour lithium-ion battery with 720 watt-hours, and Luckeep claims up to 60 miles of range. I was skeptical. It sounds like a lot, but during my longer rides, mixing pedal assist and throttle, I got pretty close. If you rely only on pure throttle and max speed, you'll get less, but in pedal assist mode, it really does stretch out the battery. Charging took about 5 hours from empty, which I found manageable, especially since I could just pop the battery out and charge it inside my apartment. No need to bring the whole bike in. There are a lot of smart features too. NFC unlock is something new for me. You basically use your phone, smartwatch, or the included key fob to tap and unlock the bike. It's a neat anti-theft trick. There's also an anti-theft alarm, and I tested it by shaking the bike while it was locked up. It's loud enough to get attention, which is reassuring if you ever need to leave it outside for a bit. I want to talk about comfort, since this is something I'm picky about. The seat is way more comfortable than most bike seats I've used. The suspension fork up front takes out a lot of the bumps and shakes. Even on gravel, I didn't feel rattled. Those fat 4-inch wide tires help a lot with shock absorption too. The handlebars are ergonomic with chunky, grippy rubber, so my hands didn't go numb on longer rides. I really liked being able to adjust the height for different riders. I'm about 5'7", and my buddy who's 6'2" fit just fine. Visibility is another thing I think Luckeep nailed. There's a big, clear display in the center of the handlebars that gives you all the info you want while riding. Speed, battery level, trip distance, and more. Headlights are super bright, and there are turn signals for front and back. That's a feature I wish all bikes had, and they really make a difference for safety when you're riding in town. The rear rack is sturdy and can easily hold bags or groceries, and the full fenders kept mud and road spray off me. There's even a USB port under the display to charge your phone on the go, which came in handy for me more than once. From my experience, braking performance is maybe the most important safety thing on an e-bike this powerful. The hydraulic disc brakes are a huge step up from the mechanical ones I've had before. They're responsive and strong, and even in some drizzly weather, I was able to stop confidently without any slipping or delay. I was a little worried the smart app would be overwhelming for someone who's not super techy, but it was mostly intuitive. You can customize things like speed limits, pedal assist levels, and monitor the bike's stats in real time. If you aren't into apps, you don't have to use it, but it's there if you like tweaking settings. The display also does a good job keeping things simple for everyday riding. Maintenance seems reasonable, cable management is tidy, and the waterproof sleeve on the wiring looks like it'll hold up for a long time. Luckeep also throws in reflectors and a decent set of tools, which I appreciated. Plus, the manual explains basic upkeep with clear photos, so I didn't feel lost. One thing some people might not love is the weight. At around 70 pounds, it's not feather light, and if you need to carry it up a lot of stairs or lift it often, it might get old. For me, folding and rolling it around worked well enough, but it's not something you'd want to haul up several flights every day. A heads up for total beginners. There are a lot of features on this bike, and for the first couple of rides it can be a little intimidating figuring out all the controls. Speed changer, different assist modes, the NFC unlock, and the app. But after a few uses, it started to feel natural, and I'd honestly rather have the feature-rich options than feel limited. I'd recommend this for anyone looking for a dependable, comfortable electric bike that's ready for both daily commutes and off-road trails. It's perfect for someone who doesn't want to choose between performance and convenience. If you've got limited storage or want a bike that you can bring inside or put in your trunk, the folding design makes life a lot easier. I see this being a great fit for commuters, weekend adventurers, or just anyone who wants to have more fun riding without breaking their back on tough hills. In conclusion, the Luckeep Electric Bike surprised me in the best way. I was expecting good power and a cool design, but I didn't expect it to be this comfortable or user-friendly, considering how many high-tech features are packed into it. The key features: strong battery, powerful motor, high-capacity range, all-terrain fat tires, hydraulic brakes, and smart anti-theft tech make this a standalone option in its price range. I felt safe, comfortable, and in control every time I took it out. From my experience, it really strikes the balance between performance and practicality, and I think a lot of riders would enjoy it whether you're new to e-bikes or upgrading from your old ride. I'll leave the details about the Luckeep Electric Bike in the comments for you to check out. See you in the next video.